Hello again, everyone. Aegis here, and I'm back with more Slay the Princess. So today we're going to go down another run. Hopefully we'll go down a different run. Still trying to figure all this out. I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. I'm having a blast still. So, well, let's get underway. What if I... Sure.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Voice of the Skeptic, eh? That's a new one, I think.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
I don't know, I've done a pretty good job so far.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? I've asked that before.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Alright, I think I like Skeptic.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
I love it.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I'll do my best.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Maybe.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
I wonder if it's an illusion this time, I'm curious.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Fucking hell, dude. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
So that's interesting. Maybe it'll be back. I'm gonna enter the basement without grabbing the knife. I'm curious, because last time I tried to save her again.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Wow.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
The skeptic wants us to take it?
Yes, I'm sure.
Huh. Well, okay then. The music's different from the other times before as well. It's weird.
Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Is she, though? Is she really?
Okay. I'm trusting you.
I wouldn't. Hey, don't I get to say here what's the big idea? Yeah, fair question.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Oh, shit.
Do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Okay. So maybe Skeptic's more powerful than my other versions or perceptions. Okay.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
Hopefully, we don't have to use it.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase.
Ooh.
A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Seriously, I want that on a t-shirt. Developers, put that on a t-shirt. Come on, man. Merch.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Ah, shit. New voice. New voice?
Is that a visitor I hear?
Ooh.
Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Ooh. Commanding, yet very foreboding. I think we've got a new run.
Does she remember us?
Probably.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Shit.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
So this is definitely different.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Probably.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
You think so? I don't know. I don't know, man.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I got nothing. I'm not sure what this chain could be about. I don't know. A tail? Maybe she's a snake lady?
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Huh. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Fucking narrator will probably stop me from doing that. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Smart.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Such a short chain. sit where you were told to sit closer. I'll be nice. I'll sit where she told me to.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, who is it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm going to leave you here, actually. Slayer. No. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this.
Yeah, because it happened.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Ooh. Ooh. Are we getting truth from narrator?
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously.
Dick.
And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Again. Dick.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
A fair question, and a fair... Well, actually, no. Fair question and then two fair statements.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
What?
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like skeptic the most.
I never said I wasn't.
Oof. Oof. Okay.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Yeah, I guess so. Perhaps that would be lucky, eh?
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Is this like a paradox type thing?
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
No.
I won't.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
I gotta say, I don't know how I'm feeling about the narrator this time. It's a bit of a mixed bag, since I think he gave us a few truths.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Explorer, you were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, who is it for? What would you have me do? Fuck the last two options. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Interesting.
And now you're back.
Yes, I am.
Is that really all she knows?
Actually, maybe, yeah.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Technically not true. We have to see the entity again before we get our memories back. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Oof.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Wait, what?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Shut up.
Unless she really could survive.
Possibly.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Excuse me. How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
That is a big ask.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Sorry for that, I hit the microphone.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Technically not true.
So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Skeptic is really talking some sense here. Just a little bit. I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason... not really. I'm trusting you. Oh, okay, hang on here. We actually have a few. I'm not giving you a weapon. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right? I'm not giving you a weapon in case you've forgotten you killed me with it last time. I can cut you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Okay, I'm trusting you, which I give her the knife. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. Deal with it. Cut her out on your own. I think I'm just going to leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. Bye. No. Okay. Let me see if I can ask this chain on the other wall. What's that about?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
Oh.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
That's a trap, right? That's more of a trap than giving her the damn thing. Ooh. I'm gonna save it here, real quick. We're gonna save. Yeah, I'm gonna save it here, and I'm gonna test out each of these options. Okay, I'm trusting you. I'll give you the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, Rory tried to take over your body.
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little.
Honesty. Nice.
I think you got your point across. Fine.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Should it be unsettling, though? She has every reason to think we're gonna fucking screw her over, thanks to you.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair,
No.
smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
No. Not more shit I have to blur.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Ooh.
No.
Look away. Watch in uneasy silence. Yeah. Fuck it. I'll watch. Ooh.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Got chicken skin. Ah.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
It's not gonna kill her.
Huh. So that's her play.
Oh.
Killing herself?
No. No, boy, she's not killing herself.
She isn't dead yet.
She should be.
Finally, you hear a snap.
Oh!
Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
No fucking way.
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
Oh, more blur.
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches
Jesus
and tears until
wept.
finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Nope.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
She ain't dead.
Are you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased.
Are you sure?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
Fair.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
No fucking way.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No!
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
Okay, that last one actually. Sure, yeah.
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
Nope.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
Same.
I
There's a
am.
trick here.
I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Leave the basement to claim your reward. Take the princess with you. Fuck, I could stumble along this path again. Just because I'm curious. Just because I'm curious. We'll start with leave the basement.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Okay. I understand that.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
Oh, shit.
The door. Check the door.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes
Son
ago,
of a bitch.
the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Son of a bitch.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
What?
Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
That's bullshit. Let us out of here. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world. Yeah, it's bullshit. Let us out
What's
of here.
done is done. And there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Motherfucker.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're happy. Ugh. What do you suggest then? I don't want to die again. I didn't like dying last time. I'm going to accept my reward now. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to accept my reward now. Slay yourself. Ooh. What do you
We
suggest?
still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Nope.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart.
Ah.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
You're still not telling me the whole truth. Chapter 3, The Gray. Alright. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ooh.
See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm very interested. I do kind of want to go back. Alright, I'm going to go back real quickly. Oh, shit, no. Load. That's fine. I just saved it, so it's fine. I'm so curious. Alright, we take the princess with us this time. Ooh.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Okay.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
Are you sure?
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Oh, there's still stars. There's still stars. Leave the cabin and claim your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Ooh.
Well played.
Haha. I knew she wasn't fucking dead.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Up.
Over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Holy shit.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Oh. Oh no. Oh. Okay. But you did not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nah.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before and you always get scared. I'll do this one.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
There is, I'll explore it later. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Oh, fucking hell. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. I don't like anything of that. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Oh,
There's
and I
a
like eating
world
us.
beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Why does she have a third arm? Wait. Or are those the hands? I'm an idiot. Do you think there are people out there? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? Okay. Break it down as usual. Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Okay. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
Aha, the clever ending.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair enough. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? Ho ho ho!
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm gonna kill him. He does, but you're gonna keep that to yourself. I like this one.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Huh. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Fuck! I want to explore that other option. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. Fuck that option. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay, we're gonna save here, and we're going to, we're gonna save here. Could I trigger all of this again? I don't know how. So I know how both of these end, so I'll overwrite this one. Load. Bring me back to this one. Yeah. inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Blah. Fuck off.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Maybe.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
See, kids, this is where skepticism can get you involved in some bad shit.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Do it.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Most definitely.
Yes, it's bad.
Woo!
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Fucking called it.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me?
Shit.
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yep.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yep. Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know that this was going to happen to me?
No.
Not much for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
I hate this option.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
Fuck you, give me an answer.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Have you noticed the basement is changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Bitch.
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence,
Oh.
and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Ooh.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Ooh.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls.
Hey.
And
I think he's gone.
Oh, shit.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Oh, shit.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Aw. Oh, and gone. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nope.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Because hell. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
Kinda, sorta. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Ah, okay. So I get the unraveled thing irregardless, eh? Or irregardless. That's not a word. Regardless. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. There she is. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there? More or less the same line of questioning from earlier. Okay. Huh. I'm going to review each of the answers, but I'll skip through it for you guys.
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me. We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own, and because of that, nothing can't exist. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
So regardless, she's still the clever.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer. If I did,
Okay.
No, their minds are empty. Do not look to one who fears me for your... One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude. These gifts are a conversation.
Okay, so more or less everything is the same. Her one response was slightly different, but not by too much. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. I didn't cut her out myself, so I'm gonna save there. Go to load one more time. Cut her out on your own.
Do you think these chains take away my saying things? I said no.
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fist.
Oh shit.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Fuck.
The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if she walked up to us with a blade again, after what happened between us?
How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Ooh. Fuck, we're at a crossroads again. Well, we're gonna replace this one. Slayer.
You steel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey you. But a single focused blow was all it took.
No.
Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart. The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
None of this was ever very fair, was it? But I did kill you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge. Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave. You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever
I don't like this. It was too easy.
It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now.
You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises?
It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this. There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone. And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back.
The windows. Do you see that? The door. Check.
You open the cabin door, ready to return. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the...
But if everything's gone, does that... This is your reward. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Like hell it is.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you.
Motherfucker, okay.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
But we're not happy. He's just telling us that we are. I can tell you for a fact that I'm extremely unhappy right now.
Yeah, what he said.
I don't know, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to accept my reward now.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
I'm getting flashbacks to the Stanley Parable.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
What?
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Ooh.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Give the blade to the voice of the skeptic. What does that do?
Alright. I'll make this quick.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Why should it matter?
I don't have to answer.
That's all we needed to hear.
Yeah,
Ooh.
fine. The little voice raises the pristine blade to your throat and cuts it open. You rapidly bleed out and then you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Eh.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
See? That wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
Okay. So, that was slaying the princess. Gonna save here now. Let's go to load. Let's drop the knife.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? No! You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every... I'll be down. Killing herself? This is need. Fine. I think you can open your... Oh no, what did we do? Can we put it... The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Are you sure she's not winking?
Obviously, Of course,
We should.
What?
I can think of.
You don't need.
Even
I'm just. I am. I'm on team. Let's put this all behind us. So can we leave already?
Okay. So, explore that a little bit. Basically ends up with this ending here, which I do want to explore the gray and like the gray. I want to know what this brings in. So, once more onto the breach.
See, that wasn't so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place. There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
Ooh, hey, it's the voice of Cold. Hey,
That's
buddy.
a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay?
That's rough, buddy.
I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
Ooh,
He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific rigor. So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
3.
It's our 3rd. What gave it away? Your open discussions. You came around on that awful fast. Have you just been pretending to forget every time? I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first. So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage. That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed.
There are situations where that is how things can work.
You say that, but we didn't have to do anything last time. She slew herself. It was nauseating.
It was pretty gruesome.
Yes. She cut off her head,
Yep.
and now she's dead. And I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave.
No.
She cut off her head? Her head? Without you doing anything? Yes. Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves. Why? Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward. Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy.
Ah.
We weren't. We were bored. You were bored. I was just unhappy. There were still answers that we needed to find.
Yes, I do want more
It
answers.
was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything. How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us? It just does. And I'm not telling you lots of things, but it's for your own good. It's for the good of everyone. It seems to me like keeping secrets didn't help you last time, so you should start talking. Fine, the world doesn't stay saved if you die.
Oh.
And if the world isn't saved, then that means she is dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out. We should go see her.
By the way, the voice acting here, I'm fairly confident. I haven't looked at the credits, but I'm fairly confident that it's all the same guy. He does a pretty good job of adjusting his speech pattern and the way he talks just enough so that each of these characters feels distinct, each of these voices. I actually really appreciate this. It's actually something I would like to attempt myself at some point.
Let's try something different this time. We've already seen what happens when we slay her. And I'm not convinced that's a way out for us. I'm not even convinced there is a world to save.
Well, apparently it's all fine as long as I don't die. It's raining. It wasn't raining last time or the time before that. The whole path is different. We haven't talked about how different this place is. It wasn't different last time. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? What happens next? It seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through. I'm done with this. Bye. Turn around and leave. We haven't talked about how different this place is. It wasn't different.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
Oh. Is that what that means?
Her influence? What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse.
One cannot make a properly informed opinion if one does not have all of the information available.
Come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know? No. Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse.
Nice. What happens if we don't go to the cabin?
She'll find a way out eventually and the world will still end. The only way this resolves is if you find her and slay her before that happens.
Now hang on, does the world end because she escapes, or does the world end because I die? I'm confused. It's going to sound really stupid. I'm confused as to whether or not that's a contradiction.
We already know he wants us to slay her. Anything he says is tainted by his motivations.
Anything anybody says is tainted by some kind of motivation, even if it's subconscious.
Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. That would be boring.
Fair. Proceed to the cabin. Let's continue the search for answers.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright? What we do is entirely up to us.
Somewhat.
And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right?
Yes.
You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world.
By solving the mystery.
That's what you say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us.
And even then.
Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world. Why? Because we should. I don't know. It's important. Is it? Yes. I think. Don't let them make you second guess yourself. The fate of the world is the most important thing there is. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real. Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere else?
Possibly.
Maybe we are. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
What if the narrator is just like playing matchmaker to two souls lost in some sort of existential, multi-dimensional hellscape loop? Food for thought.
As soon as you enter the cabin, you're struck by an
Oh.
overwhelming scent of decay, of mould and death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black
Get
ooze of
fucked.
putrefaction, all but the exterior stone
Get
walls warped beyond recognition.
Fucked.
It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive.
Get fucked.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall. Is that her? It's like she isn't even there.
Ghost.
See? We killed her.
Spirit.
You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the
Get
far side.
fucked. She's a ghost? She's a ghost now.
The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. It's just that damn mirror again. Yes, the mirror that he can't see. The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because she already killed herself with it. But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too? Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again.
Maybe.
I suppose
There
it
we
doesn't
go.
matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
But there is no door.
If this is anything like last time, the mirror will disappear as soon as we try and touch it. I'm sure the door is just behind it. You're clearly hallucinating, but I'd rather not get into it with you right now. The door to the basement is on the far side of the room, whether you can see it or not.
Fucking yawning. Damn it. It's late. Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door.
Yep.
It's still so hazy. We should try and clean it off. Yes. Trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way. Maybe it won't disappear this time and we'll finally get a good look at ourselves. We should explore every option.
Wipe the mirror clean. Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and place your hand
Nope,
on the
just
door
the
to
door.
the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. Yeah, we can see it now. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
I would love to have a front door like this, by the way.
No way left to go but down.
Geronimo. Alonzi.
The door to the basement grows open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime.
That
The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters. There she is again.
Get fucked.
Barely. She's just an old memory.
Ooh.
Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
I'm sorry about last time. Are we good? Is there anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything upstairs for me when I got here. I think we have a lot to talk about.
You receive no response.
Ooh.
Do you think she's upset with us? I don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed. She doesn't seem fully there. I'm not sure she's even capable of being upset.
Vengeful spirits are a thing.
You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
I mean, hey, yeah. She can look at me. I'm a supposedly handsome Birdman.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain.
What the fuck?
This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead.
She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do?
She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is.
Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games.
If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
Oh. That sounded so bad with my headphones.
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead.
Oh, fuck.
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before?
Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table.
Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Fuck. Is this from the one where I killed her, or from where I let it go? Fuck.
You were supposed to take me with you. Didn't I ask you for help? This isn't help.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even kill you. You killed yourself.
But she doesn't answer your question. All she does is watch you in shadowed silence.
No.
Do you hear that trickling sound? The water's rising, isn't it?
Fuck me.
It is, and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel.
Bad, I bet. I don't think dying ever feels good.
Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
Fair. What do we got? Rush for the blade, rush to the door. Says about last time, I'm sorry. Now can you let me out? Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just don't let me drown. What's wrong with you? I don't want this. I'm going to drown. Let me out of here. Are you trying to kill me? Rush for the door.
The princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs, but you don't make it past the first few steps. The door bursts open, a powerful wave of water crashing down towards you. You're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall.
Fuck.
You come to a moment later, suspended in darkness. Disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths.
What the fuck is
There's no
going
way
on right
out.
now?
It's so dark and cold, I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing, we'll figure this out. Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way.
Motherfucker.
But you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle.
Don't you
You're
do it.
dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather, you see her. The body you found floating when you first arrived, its hand is locked around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness.
Oh, that is absolute hell.
Just get it away from us, please. The
That's
past
a
is the
bird foot.
past. There's no changing it. There's nothing to fix. And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think, like we should have been doing all along. But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Your lungs filled with water, the same as mine filled with blood. In the end, we're not so different.
Oh. Oh. But your lungs don't fill, nor will they ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Fuck
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silences are reached forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Ugh. And the long quiet again. Oh, it's Ghost Lady. Get a closer look at her this time, eh?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the
I hate
long
it.
quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Okay, so Unraveled. Unraveled's the same. Okay, cool. Huh. Unraveled is the same. Okay. I'm gonna go to the other version of the gray and see if that's different. And then we'll finally move on. Sorry, I just want to fully explore this, so I'm going to try to rush through it unless anything new comes
See,
up.
that
Okay.
This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart.
Ah, okay. So she is a different ending.
Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard. If I did,
Okay, fair enough. Questions?
no. Their minds are empty.
Okay.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Perhaps. Okay. Save. One more time. There's a couple of endings we can try now. We'll continue with this one for the moment. It's still 1?
1.
Yep.
Whatever you...
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Okay, here we go.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright guys, well, I think that's going to be all my time for tonight. Whew. The final path, the final run, at least according to this. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I'm still deeply enthralled. I should also be uploading the second episode of the podcast, Lore in the North. That should be out soon. And I'm still working on a few other discussion video essay type vids. So, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. And, again, I hope you've enjoyed watching this. See you next time. Bye.